Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Black Mirror Season 6, Episode 2. I just watched Episode 1. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. That was such a good episode, really. I loved it so much. First, it felt great to be back with Black Mirror. Like really, this show, I think that we all missed it. They made some movies, you know, between the season 5 and this season 6, but it was not the same. And clearly, I missed it, you know, how they can write such great stories around, you know, a particular technology subject. And during the last episode, in fact, during the episode 1 of this season 6, we had more than one technology subject. I talked a lot about it into the review of that previous episode. We had stuff about the terms and conditions that we are not reading, websites and applications, you know, the fact that we agree to stuff when we are entering into it and we are not really aware of everything that it means. Our informations, our pictures, everything that we are putting out there and that they can use. The fact that our phones, our computers and stuff like that, they are listening to us. So not only they have the informations and pictures and stuff that we are giving to them, but they are taking also other stuff from us. All of that discussion also about CGI, deepfake, IA and stuff like that, that maybe we're gonna have into movies, into shows and all of the things, you know, that we have to question about it for the actors and the actresses, you know, the rights that they are giving to these shows and movies and all of what it means around that. Also, you know, so many subjects and also society subjects, deepest subjects about the fact that you wouldn't love, you know, to see your life on screen for real, and you wouldn't love for all of your friends, all of your family, everyone to know about your life and who you are. And the fact that I think that my life would be really boring, but still, you know, maybe some aspect of it wouldn't please some people or stuff like that, and I would have some haters. Like Joanne, for example, I said it when they began, you know, to adapt her life into this show. She was not awful, she was a regular human being, and yes, she committed some mistakes, but no one is perfect. And really, all of us guys, it's making us wondering, you know, about what can it be, you know, like, you know, sometimes you have these discussions about, if my life would be adapted on screen, I would love to have that actress, that actor, you know, playing me. But more than that, would you really love for your love to be adapted on screen? And everything which is going for it, also for yourself, you know, the consequences for yourself to have your life adapted on screen, everyone who can see it and judge you because of that. And so many things like that. All of that message, you know, also about being the main character of your own life, taking back control of your own life, and to come back, you know, to everyone who can see your life, your true life on screen. It's also an interesting subject because with everyone who is on social medias and a lot of people who are putting a lot of their lives, you know, almost all of their lives, like really for some friends that I have, you know, on my social media, on my personal social medias, like really I know what they did this morning, what they're gonna eat, I know what they're gonna do, you know, during this afternoon, what they're gonna do at night. I know everything about them, and it's not your real life. Even these people, you know, would you love for everyone to know really your real life? And in a way, I think that they would be the ones, you know, who would be against it, like the most, who would be the more vindicative about it, because it's not the same, you know, to show your life and to have an adaptation of your real life. And because of the fact that these people, they care a lot about their image, and that's why they put so many things into their social medias. In fact, they wouldn't like for their images, that perfect images, you know, to be hurt, I don't know how to say it in another way, by a real adaptation of their real lives. See, so many subjects into the previous episode, that was so cool. And you know, it got me excited for this episode and the next ones of this season, even if, you know, I think that this first episode was really a comedy one. So now I'm really like, okay, so Black Mirror, normally at some point we're gonna have an emotional episode, we're gonna have a dark and bloody episode, we're gonna have, you know, like I'm counting, okay, Black Mirror, comedy episode, it's done. So normally, emotional episode, dark episode, bloody episode, you know, I'm really counting stuff like, oh, and space episode. You know, with Black Mirror, normally it's like that. Each time we have that thing with Black Mirror. I don't know which one I'm gonna have right now, like I explained during the intro of the previous episode. I just watched the trailer, you know, for this season, but I didn't make any researches for the casting, so that's why sometimes I'm surprised by some members of the casting, by the stories, you know, really what we're gonna have, really the description of it and stuff like that. I really want to begin each of these episodes with a blank page and to go with it blindly, so I can be involved into it, you know, little by little, because of the story, and without, you know, thinking about it before. Again, the impact that the first season, and in particular the first episode of the first season of Black Mirror had on us, was that big because we didn't have any clue about what we would discover after that. So I really think that watching Black Mirror, the best way to do it is to not know anything about it before watching it. So that's it, let's go for this episode 2. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on my Patreon you guys, you have one episode of advance and you have it with an extended direction part. It's really long episodes, it's 1 hour episode, so I think that it's gonna be really longer reaction part. So if you can be interested by that, if you want to support me also, it can be appreciated and it can be really useful also. I'm a little reactor and during these days, you know, it can be really rough, so if you want to support me, it's on my Patreon. And you can have these advantages, and you can do it, you know, just for Black Mirror, if you're only interested by Black Mirror, just for 1 month, it's possible also, you know. Let's go for this episode! I'm excited about it. That's gonna be cool! The dark one, the emotional one, the bloody one. Which one are we gonna have right now? Oh, I love that kind of landscape. Oh.
Hey, Mum.
I was worried, it's almost 6.
I took a detour after Loch to show Pia the pretty bit.
Chunt. Pretty we think you've captured.
Mum.
Hey, I'm flattered. Thank you. Who's the pianist?
Tattoo's.
Flannan?
Kenneth.
You're only staying 2 nights.
Well, we've got to run to Ram to shoot my film.
Ram?
Our film.
This egg collector from Rum.
He's not a collector. He guards rare eggs against collectors who want to steal them. It's a big trade.
Egg theft is illegal, but the local cops aren't interested or they're too lazy. If someone who looked like me were stealing the
They're
eggs...
probably just overstretched. Policing's a very demanding job. Has your dad knew?
I was gonna say it, you just talked about her husband.
He was ill quite well before he died. Needed a lot of caring. I think that really took it out of Mum. You okay? Good to go?
Bergerac?
Bergerac.
Bergerac, old detective.
French one,
Seriously
no?
into it.
It's a town in France.
I told you never to show your face in here again. You can walk right back out that door. Now!
Really?
That was true.
I know you!
How you doing, you fucking wank, eh?
Ah!
Eh, what the fuck is with that hair, eh? You gotta tell me your pronouns.
Oh, I missed. Oh, yeah, I just recognized him.
London. Someday this guy will be polishing BAFTAs and forgetting about us poor wee shites he used to cut about with.
Years ago, Stuart made a model for a short video.
A spaceship. Speak like cunt. What are you doing?
I should say hello.
No, don't bother. That was 50 refill today.
Is he depressed or?
Of course 3 pubs round here. A proper dead zone.
I don't get it. It's so beautiful around here. How are you not overrun with tourists?
Because of Ian Adair. You didn't tell her about Ian Adair? Come on.
Ian Adair. That's rough to say, you know. Ian Adair.
Ian Adair was a guy who lived up at 5 Acres Farm on the hill there with his mum and dad. People said he was quiet, easily led, and not too bright, all of that. Anyway,
Turned out he tortured and killed people.
Spoken up to that.
Huh?
Then in 1987, this couple in their 20s hired a cottage for their honeymoon.
Back when we still had tourists.
It's filmed like all of these murder documentaries on Netflix.
They were here for
On
about
purpose.
a week. Loads of people saw them. Come the end of the week, they're supposed to have left. The cleaner comes to get their cottage ready for the next booking. No sign of them, gone. So, of course, Dad gets called in.
His dad was a local policeman.
And she knows that. So Dad's asking her out tonight, knocking on doors. After a day or two, it becomes a big story. Tabloids pick it up. Plus, it's swarming with journalists. It's a frenzy. But then weeks go by, and there's no sign of them, nothing.
Until one day.
One night. Ian Adair's drinking in here. He's having way more than usual. People say he's talking weird.
He confessed?
He's making a nuisance of himself. Even makes comments about the girl. And your dad.
Yeah, they'll piss it. He tells Ian he's barred. Ian tells him to fuck off. Dad's worried now because Ian's a farmer, he's got a shotgun. So Dad asks Kenneth, his dad, to go and check in on Ian.
Really, it's filmed so much like these documentaries. I think that it's to denounce it, maybe?
I just want to talk to you. Dad's walking back to his car when Ian opens the upstairs window and shoots him.
But your dad died because he was sick?
Not fatally, in the shoulder. Bad though.
Ah. He killed
And
himself.
nothing. Ian Adair shot his mum and dad, then himself.
Total wipeout.
Behind a wardrobe is a hidden door into a bunker, old World War II or 60s or something.
Here we go.
And inside it's like a torture room. This guy had been abducting people, keeping them down there and doing God knows what to them for weeks at a time. And then burying the bodies out in the fields there.
Only?
Here, the countryside can be pretty dangerous. Sometimes people went missing. Walkers take their own turn, you know. Someone rents a kayak and doesn't come back.
How many are we talking about?
8. All been tortured.
And the rest of it. Dark sex things, really extreme stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Dad, he recovered. I mean,
His injuries weren't that bad. He was in hospital for a couple of weeks.
right?
But while he was in there, he got MRSA. So, as far as Mum's concerned, Ian Adair killed Dad too.
She's not wrong.
Aye.
Another pint.
Well, okay.
No big tourists and stuff like that, for sure. But some tourists, you know, are interested by that kind of story.
This is what our film should be about. All of this. Quaint little village, but for years this Hannibal Lecter dude has been operating a death den at the heart of it. I mean, it's a story.
The story of his family.
You said you liked the egg idea.
Oh, babe. I kind of liked it.
Ooh.
It'll be a solid piece, well-made, high-end, and it's exploring the biggest topic, life and death.
Don't judge her so fast, you know, because we all watched at least once, you know, some murder documentaries like that and appreciated them. So I watched some on Netflix because they are good ones.
He did so much shit for Mum, she lost her husband.
Okay, and we can make that point. Her point. He was a victim too.
I got what you mean, and you are right in a way. You should have said it in a more diplomatic way.
The Waltonville plot.
So half this show was just amazing, constant footage of Waltonville. Looked like a brochure. My cousin.
You're talking French, my dear?
Cunts get a load of this place in their 4K fucking flat screens, and they will be crawling all over us like flies on dog shit. But with money.
It will bring back tourists.
Okay.
This is my mum's curiosity box.
Oh, that's great for your documentary.
She was bound to want a souvenir.
Will she mind if we borrow it?
Souvenir?
She won't give a fuck.
Talking French?
Yeah. Ooh. It's got tape in it.
Bergerac. I'm wondering, you know, the fact that they are talking about it a lot, I hope that his mom or his dad was not the real murderer.
Hotspot of Loch. Yet despite extensive searches of the local area,
That's
there's
done.
still no sign of the missing couple.
Seems quite odd. And that's huge, then. Everybody's worried. So...
I didn't recognize him until earlier. Oh yeah, I love this actor.
Shot at the cops, shot his parents, shot himself.
You should interview his dad.
Can we just go back to the part where you...
His dad talked with the real guy.
It's on the way. You'll be around, Mr. King.
Fuck off! You fuck off, you parasite! I take it. Doesn't. This thing that fucking happened and you're fucking pulling it all up and for what? You want a fucking award? A pat in the back? Ignore him, he's off his heat. What's your fucking problem?
Just thinking if you're staying on for a few days, I could do my shepherd's pie, but Pia, I'm not sure if you eat meat.
I do mean.
It's nice to ask.
What is it you're working on?
He didn't tell her.
We're doing a documentary about what happened. Ian and Dare and all that.
You'll explain what he did to your father.
She's gonna be happy about it.
Only if you want us to.
I want you to. My Kenny died because of that man. If Ian Adair was still alive, I'd wring his neck myself. With these hands, I would. We were happy. Before he broke it all, ruined it all. Such a stupid man. Just the waste of it. I'm sorry.
Don't.
It's okay, Mum.
You should interview her.
If there's anything you want me to help with, just ask.
Yeah? Clap. I'll ask questions and you just answer as yourself, as you.
As me.
Just answer.
Last time would have been that old one your dad had. But your dad never had it this time.
He wasn't filming for broadcast, huh?
Can you imagine?